Good evening, everyone. Hope you're gearing up for the webinar. We'll just begin now. Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all the participants of today's webinar. Hope you have an illuminating time ahead with us. It's indeed a great pleasure to welcome the guest of this evening, Dr. C. Prakash, an eminent person in the field of textiles and handloom. Sir is the most apt guest for today's webinar on career opportunities in government sector versatility in fashion field. Here is a small gist of Sir's profile. Doctorate from Anna University and honored for completing the research in the shortest span of time. With an industrial and professional career spanning over 15 years, Sir has published more than 100 plus technical papers and is a peer reviewer of top textile journals. Sir, it's indeed a pleasure to have you in this evening. Please put your hands together to welcome today's guest, Director of Indian Institute of Handloom Technology, Fulia, West Bengal, Dr. C. Prakash. Sir, over to you, sir, please.
Thank you, Mr. Surya. I think
Welcome, sir.
Zakaria, I'm audible now.
Yes, sir, audible. You are welcome, sir. Please.
Okay. Thank you. Now I'm going to share my screen. My PowerPoint is visible.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. So good evening to everyone. This is Dr. Prakash, and then today I take this webinar for the career opportunity in the government sector, particularly for those students studying in fashion technology field. So in this regard, I like to share my personal experience and also what are the opportunities are in the government sector. So first, my presentation mainly focus on why people mind always in a government sector, and then what is the advantage for the government sector, particularly for our fashion field. Because I think before that I could not hear that see that any presentation regarding that government sector, particularly for our fashion field. So this is the session. Maybe it's giving eye open session for you because it's all depends upon your hand. So now I'm going to move my slide. So takes risks in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. So this is the more admirable word from Swami Vivekananda. It's more applicable for my lifetime also because I have many failures. So I am a best person to guide you. And then finally, I have win the race. So I can lead you. So this is the important proverb will create a major impact to me. So this session definitely after the end of the session, you can analyze where you have to apply the job and where what are the opportunities are there, particularly for our fashion field. So before that, I am starting particularly in the government sector. So these are the various job areas of in our fashion technology and garment technology area. So first one, probably majority fashion technology students, they like to join as a designers. So they have creativity, they have a drawing sense, and then they have the dressing sense. So most probably they like to join as a designer. So apart from that, there are various job areas are available in our garment industry. First one is designers, second one is sourcing, third one is merchandiser, fourth one is industrial engineer. Apart from that, most people like to go either merchandiser and then industrial engineer. So if the people having very good language skill, physically they are very comfortable and then very charming look, they like to join as a merchandiser job. Normally in textile industry, merchandiser job is called as a white collar job, like IT industry. So most probably people like to join as a merchandiser in a particular department. So next one, if your students like to very well to handle the people means they like to join as an industrial engineer. So what are the job opportunities available in the industry? So it's not available in the government sector, but generally I discuss what are the various job opportunities for particular our fashion technology students. So apart from the production line, you may be a production in charge, and then apart from that, you may be a quality control executive, and then marketing. Apart from the latest one is retail industry. So there is a very good booming industry because there are more opportunities in the retail sector because now it is a booming sector. So everything you should see that malls, Reliance Mall, whatever that inside the mall, there are a lot of clothing manufacturers shop. So they need the retail person to decorate the particular particular textile shop or particular supermarket. So that is the called as visual merchandiser. So as visually we have to attract the customer. So as fashion technology students, you get an opportunity in the retail sector also. So apart from that, some of the industry they have the R&D section. So they have to design new development, new design, so everything. So if you like more interest on the R&D section, you can join the particular industry R&D section. Apart from that, some of the students they have to start their own boutique. So boutique, they have to start their own business. They are having skill of a designer skill. After some experience in the designer area, they like to start their own industry. So boutique is the important keyword. So if the students having very good knowledge and then they start their own entrepreneurship. Example, one of my students, her name is Bhavna Chapriya. So she created a own brand of the name of Bhavna Chapriya. If you have to go to Google, you have to type the Bhavna Chapriya. He developed one brand for her name. So this is the one of the entrepreneur skill. So it depends upon your attitude. So these are the opportunities are there in the industry line. So depends upon your SWOT analysis. You have to analyze your strength, weakness. Then you have to decide that which area you have to more suitable there. Before that, going to industry, you have to analyze yourself. You are become a very good communication. You have a very good knowledge, calculation skill. You have a very good email communication. You may go for merchandising, or you have to handle the people. So you are very well to handle the people. Then you go for industry engineer. So these are the areas are there. So depends upon your attitude, your strength. You can choose the area of where you are going to work. So apart from that, what are the benefits of government job? So in my childhood onwards, my father is in a judicial line. So every 3 to 4 years, we are transferred from. Basically, I am Tamil Nadu from Tirunelveli district. I born in Palangotte in Tirunelveli district. I brought up in many places in Tamil Nadu because my father is in a government job. He is a judicial line. So every 3 to 4 years, he transferred from one district to another district. So I saw many districts in state of Tamil Nadu. So this is the one. During my childhood onwards, I saw my father's working style because he is in judicial line. So a lot of responsibility and a lot of role in the society. So my childhood onwards, I really interested in the government job. But unfortunately, I got my government job in the age of 42 years. So complete my BTech in 2002. So after that, I wrote many exams and then many attended many interview, particularly in the government sector. I wrote many exams. So 2003 onwards, I started this work. But quietly, I reached in 2020 only. I got a government job. So I have 18 years of success, failures, so everything I faced. Finally, I achieved as a director in Indian Institute of Handloom Technology. It's a central government institute. So you have a very good attitude, and then you have very passion to achieve your target. So without practice, you can't achieve in a single day. So you have to put your potential in. You have to wait for that, and then you have to attend various opportunity wherever there. You have to grab the opportunity. Sometime you be shortlist in the interview, or maybe shortlist in the written exam. The interview point of view, you may failure, and then finally you go there something. So it's not in your hand, but whatever that you got to put your effort 100%. Definitely one day it will come. Maybe 1 year, 2 year. In my case, I achieved after the 18 years of time. I really hard work and then attended many government exams, many failures. So what is the benefit of the government job? First of all, it's a good salary. As someone has, please mute your mic. I think someone has not mute your mic, so please mute your mic. So benefits of the government job. First one is good salary. I think what people predict that most of the government jobs are well paying. It's a true one because they have to all the government jobs they have to pay the seventh pay scale. The next one, job opportunity. So most of the government jobs offer unparalleled job security. So this is the one you have a 100% job security. And then there are some of the government area you get a percent bonuses also. And then finally you get a retirement life benefits also, and then medical benefits. Some of the majority government jobs that scheme of medical benefits are there. If you have a central government job means you have some medical benefit. If you have a state government job means you have some medical benefit. So whole your family secure for the some insurance scheme. So next one, fixed working hours. So most probably as a law of labor law, 8 hours is the working of the government employee. So your working time may be 8 hours. But private sector, you can't expect 8 hours of working because it may depends upon your work nature. It may 8 to 12 hours time. So next one, availability of the decent amount of off days. So you can get a very good CL and then EL. Then you have to earn leave, benefit, everything, and then your work life balance. So if you work in a government sector means your personal life also very good, and then your work life also very good. If some of the parents may be working in a private sector, if you I think definitely you can feel that the work pressure in the home, because in private sector there are a lot of working hours and then very precise target, voting target base. So as you get a very good salary, apart from that, some people could not handle the personal life and then the industry life. To mismatch the industry life to the personal life, the lot of problem will arise in the personal life also. So whatever that, these are the key benefits of the government job. This is the one, broadly I will tell you that. The next one, I have to compare government job with private job. So whatever that, in the government job or private job is a very common question among the students' mind. So after finishing degree, you have newly blank, you have to choose your new career. So you have to decide that where you have to go. Example, in my area, West Bengal, if you have to see when compared to Tamil Nadu, West Bengal's people, particularly for students community, they have the potential. They will go for particularly for particular students in West Bengal students, after finish their degree, they majority of around 85% of the students, they like to do write the government exams. They don't immediately join in the industry job. They planning their life, and then where they have to go, they like to minimum 2 to 3 years they work hard and get the job in the particular area. So this is the pattern of West Bengal people. So in Tamil Nadu, culture is different. If you immediately finish the degree, next day onwards, our parents will like to do the industry job wherever that. So this is the culture. But whatever that, we got to overcome this one. So every government job vacancy announced in the publicly. So you have to as a paper advertisement or some other website advertisement. All the jobs, government job is open transferly. They have to announce in the newspaper or maybe in the website. Then if you are eligible means you will decide to apply, and then definitely if you have to clear the written test means you will be called for a interview. Then what is the tug of war between the government private sector is the young mind cannot be won due to the various differences in both sector. Because as some people in my circle, my friends, some of the friends, they will immediately get the government job. But in my case, I wait for 18 years of time. So due to the attitude, everything. So uh, we have to wait for our time, but we have to put our hard work throughout our life. Throughout the day, we have to work hard work. Definitely, your hard work may be achieved when your time, and then time will come is time will luck. So probably people will tell that I have 90% of hard work, but that 5% luck I don't have. But whatever that, if your hard work means definitely one day your time will come. Definitely you will get your government job, whatever that. So as whatever that, as a latest government job, they have to best response from the public view. So public sector nowadays people very keen to apply for the government sector, particularly the pandemic situation. All the private jobs due to that production line of job, they huge loss of job loss for the particular people. So people has to nowadays awareness about the government job. For example, in Tamil Nadu, particularly for railway industry, railway section, you go see the railway department. Many of the North Indian people they apply to the Tamil Nadu area. If you see the Tamil Nadu railway station or whatever there, you can see many North Indian people because they are keen to focus on the jobs of the railway. So if you stick the Tamil Nadu area, there are very few people are in the Tamil people. Now the awareness will create a people, many people, Tamil Nadu people, they apply for the government job. This is the strategy for the government job with private jobs. One second. So whatever that, before we talk about the major differences, there are few things that you need to keep in your mind while you are on the verge of starting a new career. So keep your broader perspective. There are more opportunities that way. So don't fix on a one sector. So if I sometimes people might that I am only the merchandiser, so I am only the industrial engineer, or only we are designers. So the world is big. So their opportunities are more. if you go to example, I will quote an example. If you go the designer means your minimum you have to work as a junior designer around 8 to 10 years. And after that only you become a designer because there are lot of experience required for as a designers. So due to the modern world, always expect people, if you have completed your degree, immediately you have to join a job and get a very good salary package. Otherwise, majority parents just think that after finishing the degree, my son will get a 35,000 salary. Then only they will be proud that. So that type of process also in your mind. So whatever that, as a young mind, before you have to plan your career, plenty of time means take your plenty of time and experiment your life and then decide that where you wish to work. So this is the one, because if you go get the very good people in your area, get the guidance from them. Without get the guidance, if you randomly go to the industry means you will get a bad experience. Automatically your personal strength also will move away. So whatever that, choose your career in a exact way, otherwise you will face a lots of struggles. So this is the one, is my personal experience. Now let's move on the what are the major difference between the two job sector, either private and then first one recruitment. So whatever that, there's a common misconception among the students in the country that is feed by their parents to precise that government job vacancies are rare. Rarely government job will come. So private jobs are better. So this is not a true one. Whenever the government job will come, all the state and central government, they will announce publicly in their website and newspaper, and then they openly announce that these are the vacancies of the particular sector. So those are the particular students, they may apply for the particular job. There are huge opportunities are there, but provided that you got to regularly check the website of the government sector, and then Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, and then Staff Selection Commission. There are huge websites are there. So regularly, as a habit, every day you have to check the website. What are the opportunities are there? If you have the 10th standard means you have to be a village officer. The basic qualification of village officer is 10th standard. So plus 2 means you have some restriction. So in regularly check the website of TNPSC, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission. Not only service commission, if you got the central for the other state means Staff Selection Commission. So whatever that, you have to always check up to date the current media, either you go for newspaper or website. So this is not only this is not applicable to the private sector, since normally private sector they want advertisement. Some nowadays it may give the advertisement. Otherwise they go for some recruitment process with their consultancy, or some they bulkily they recommend to the consultancy. The consultancy people will conduct the interview and everything. They will select you and they will go to give the industry. So because they have no time, so they go to allot to the consultancy agency. The agency will do take care of the all the one. So this is the normal sector of recruitment process in the government and private sector. Then salary. So salary is one of the biggest reason. Normally when compared to government sector, private sector giving a high salary package, but provider is a longer period of time. So initially maybe government sector is a very good salary, but in a long time basis, you will get a very good job in private sector. If you have IT industry means you got a very good, when comparing IT industry of government sector, the salary is good, but even private sector, your salary is 3 to 4 times above the government sector. So depends upon that, it is decided that, but normally when compared to government sector, private sector salary is higher. The next one, government sector maybe provide a less salary, but they have a better benefits. You have get a EL benefits, you have get a CL, and the national holidays you will get a leave. So these are the some benefits is there when compared to private sector. Then increments based on government sector is a standardized one. So every year you have to get a around 8 to 10% of DA increment. But in private sector, maybe it's huge, or maybe depends upon that your working nature or your working habit, everything will decide that you may get a very good salary package, as very good increment. But government sector, whatever that, you always getting around a 6 to 10% of increment in your basic salary. Next one, login time. Most probably people feel that I like to only work white collar job. So morning I will go 9 o'clock, evening 6 o'clock I will return to my home. But it's possible in the government sector. Private sector is not possible one, because they have the flexible working hours. So they have sometimes you have to work in a night shift also. If you have to join in an industry as an industrial engineer means, sometimes you have to work in a night shift, because your export target for 16 days or 45 days. So during the target date, your goods has to export. So you got to day and night you got to work sometime. So this is the private sector. But in government sector, maximum you have to working from 8 to 10 hours. So this is the one. So keep in your mind, people will think that it's the difference major between the private sector and then government sector. And then as a private sector employee, they expect you to get the work done at any cost. Wherever that you finish your work, then you go to home. This is the culture of private sector. But in government sector, as a labor law is very enforced. So we have to work in a pattern of maximum 8 hours. This is the pattern. So login time also more important parameter in the government sector. The next one, job security. How secure your job? So this is a frightening question for all the person. Due to the pandemic situation, create a major impact to the job security. Most probably, we start to say that private sector, since the job security is zero. Due to the pandemic situation, it's guide you that private sector, if anything is collapsed, that automatically you may lose your job, and then some of the industry they will pay the 50% salary, or now still is continue that. So there is no security for the private sector, but in government sector, you get a 100% secure unless you have any forged document or you change your certificate mark, everything. If you have a criminal activity means you may lose your job. Otherwise, you get a 100% secure job opportunity in the government sector. The next one, growth. Actually, as a government job, as per the norms, the age is retirement is 58 to 60 years. So the growth has to maximum after 60 years, you may retire. So they will give the pension, whatever that. But in private sector, there is no age limit. If you have a very good confidence, you got very good skill, you have very good talent means you may up to 85 years, 75 years. There is no limitation for the age factor in the private sector. But in government sector, 50 to 60 years. In some of the state government, they have the 50 years. Central government, 60 years. So depends upon the age factor also in the government sector. Next one, leaves and holidays. So in the government sector, you have to enjoy the national holidays. You may get a EL per day per year. You get a 10 to 30 days of EL, and EL means earn leave. So and then after that CL, and then casual leave also you have 8 to 12 days. Now after that national holidays, it may be 70 to 80 days. So and then Saturday Sunday you may get a leave. So these are the more benefit for leaves and holidays. But private sector, you can't expect this kind of leave facility. So this is the normal happening in the private sector. But normally they give you per month they give you one CL. But here government sector is the upper hand. So whatever that you have to enjoy the leave benefit and holiday benefit due to the huge flexibility difference in the particularly in the government sector. The next one, benefits. So whatever that in government sector you have to pension, and then government medical facilities, and then you get a loan. If you have to any car purchase, vehicle purchase means a separate package for the government sector. Suppose you have to start in bank account, you have to maintain a zero balance. If the people are government sector means bank will offer a zero balance maintenance. So these are some benefits are there in the government sector, and the private sector completely different way. So depends on the expenses, on-site job hours, and then you get a travel abroad. So we got a lot of opportunities to see many places in private sector. But in government sector, you may stay a single place. So after you got continue to 20 to 15 to 30 years, the same place you may retain. But in private sector, you can see many places. You travel throughout the world. So there are that type of possibilities in the private sector. But both sectors having their own perks and benefits. So private sector having some benefits, government sector having benefits. So you can decide that which sector you have to choose. So next one, competition. Nowadays there are number of vacancy, number of candidates who apply determine the competition of the both sector, because nowadays population increase. This open to all, so all the government opportunity. Many people apply the vacant place. Example, in last week I heard that some of the Grama Panchayat area for provide the food to the people. Many graduate students they apply the post of the cooking area, because see that the salary has to attract the youngsters. So they are the BTech degree, but they go for the food industry. So this is the one. So but it's different. Private sector is different. So private sector mainly depends upon your talent, but government sector somewhat is there. But nowadays there are huge opportunities are in the government sector. So always be attentive. Always you have to with your mobile you have to search the internet for the government website and the general website, and you always see the employment newspaper. what are the vacancies are there, where it will call, which state, which district, so everything. So you have clear that daily at least half an hour you go through the internet, or you may register the different website. So if you have registered the particular website means automatically you get the message from that. Any government job will announce means immediately you get the link to the particular message. So you go through the internet, and then if you are eligible means you can apply for that. But what is that? Only drawback of government sector is the caste based reservation. So every caste basing some reservation. So they may have each state having some reservation policy. So it may affect your competition, because if you are forward community means some percentage, if you are MBC means some percentage, so SC ST means you have some percentage. So that is the one system is there. So whatever that, if you work hard work means you get a very good mark, and then you have to clear the exam means if you have the number one mark means you may get the government job. In my case, I am in a OC. So I due to the OC forward committee, there is due to the many exams, due to the I maybe very good marks and then very good entry performance, but due to the caste based reservation, due to my OC, forward committee, I have some limited seat. So those are people very less mark, and then in the exam wise and then filter wise, they may select that due to the reservation policy. But whatever that, keep in your mind. So don't demotivate for that. Sometimes it may demotivate to ourselves. So never care about that. So keep in our mind. Always try your smart work. Definitely you get a very good job. So whatever that, but it's not applicable in the private sector. So here in private sector there is no reservation policy. They purely take up on your merit basis. So this is the competition between government sector and then private sector. So next one, government sector is similar like a factory job. So you always repeat the same work. Somebody may be fatigue for that. They always doing the same work means fatigue. But in private sector, each day having different experience. So this is the one, because some people they always search new thing every day. So this is the one. So but in private sector has a much better understanding opportunity when it comes to creativity. If you have a more talent, suppose I have a very good design skills, I have a very good people handling skill. So most probably you have getting more opportunity. So this is the private sector job is there. And then if you have more creativity, you get a more opportunity in the private sector. But government sector, this some same repetitive process is going in there. So up to replacement, you will do the same process and then same one. So in private sector, this is the creativity. Private sector is better one. So whatever that, some of the government sector is there, but whatever that you have to hierarchy there. So you have to follow their your subordinate order. So you can't create your job work in a creative manner, because at a government sector you got always your boss, whatever the instruction given by your boss, you have to follow that. But anyway, if you have to convince the particular boss means there is no problem. Otherwise, as ego class, you can face many problems in the government sector. This is the one important parameter in the government sector. Next one, work pressure. And always in government job there is no work pressure, but in private sector whatever that you can face heavy work pressure from day-to-day activity, because in all the private sector is in a target basis. So whether you get a government industry means you have a target basis. So you have to send your goods at the right time, and the quality point of view you have to check it, and then production point of view you have to check it. So there is target. If you have smartly achieve the target means you have to release your pressure. As whatever the private sector always having a work pressure is there and compared to government sector. And then workload. Sometime in government sector, the workload may be evenly distributed, but we can't expect in the private sector, because as company maybe 10 people are there, 8 people may be lazy, 2 people may hard work means all the work they will focus on only the 2 people. So because due to the talent, people expect more from that. So you automatically you get a workload and the work pressure, but you can't avoid it, because if you get more work pressure means then you have to fine tune yourself and take it as a challenge to fine tune yourself. Then only in private sector you may success that. But in government sector there is that kind of work pressure is not there. Then my final thought for that one. So after your new career, you have to decide that yourself. So you have some goals in your life, you have dreams in your life. So you have to decide that which sector you would like to go. So first of all, you make a SWOT analysis. SWOT means strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. So there are 4 parameters. You have to analyze yourself, which area you have to fit. Then I go for government sector, or I go for the teaching line, or I go for the industrial line, or maybe a designers, or maybe industrial engineer, or maybe a retail marketing, whatever that. So you have to decide yourself, and then get the idea from reputed person from your cycle, and then plan your life. Without planning, it's not achievable one. Normally, as a Tamil movie, it's a fundamental dialogue in Vadivel, actor Vadivel, he always said, whatever that, you got to make a plan. எதுவுமே plan பண்ணி பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு is a funny word, but whatever that, in real life also, you have to plan yourself. Without planning, you can't achieve that. So whatever that, do the right things, right time, first time, and then every time. So this is the uh, this is responsible for set of your own career path. So this is the key part. Now I go to the main section. What are the government job opportunity in the fashion area, particularly in textile area also. So first one, government job in the textile and then fashion area. So this is the one, as a Tamil Nadu Handlooms and Textile Service and Tamil Nadu Handloom and Textile Subordinate Service. So this is the main department in Tamil Nadu. Last month they announced the results. Some of my friends are got the opportunity in the particular sector. So this sector mainly focus on the handloom fabrics. So the primary objective of the particular department handlooms, they are working the weavers to work for the harmonious growth of the handloom and then power loom and then textile sector. Here some of the job opportunities are there. First one, these are the body in the particular area, handloom and textile directorate, Cooptex. You may hear the Cooptex silk saree, and then Handicrafts Development Corporation, Handloom Development Corporation, Handloom Weavers Cooperative Society, Horticulture Producers Cooperative Enterprises Limited. So these are the websites are there. Wherever the time, you got to go through the website. So all the website inbuilt, they have the own website. This website, they give the advertisement. So sometimes they put in the newspaper, maybe it's a small place, but whatever the time you have to go to the particular website and search anything, any vacancy. So every week you have to check the particular website, what are the job opportunities there, or you got to go through the TNPSC website. As a Tamil Nadu people, you always look at the Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission website. You may register yourself, or maybe the general websites are there. If you have registered particular website, means you will get the message from the particular website. So whatever there, these are the sectors are there. You are eligible to apply the job opportunity, to get the job opportunity in the particular area. So this is the one. So Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission. So handloom sector. So these are the job opportunity. Senior technical assistant in the Department of Handloom Textile. So you are eligible to apply. Junior technical assistant, textile control officer, handloom officer, handloom inspector, joint director of handloom and textile, deputy director of handlooms and textile, assistant director of handlooms and textile, assistant director of industry safety and health, formerly known as assistant inspector, inspector of factories. So these are huge opportunities are there. So wherever there, you always check in the website. Definitely, this is junior textile assistant. Some of my friends are got in the last month. So last month they joined as a junior technical assistant. Some of my friends are joined as the senior technical assistant. So there are opportunities are there, but regularly you have to check the website. So this is the one, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission. They offer the Tamil Nadu Handlooms and Textile Subordinate Service. These are the huge vacancies are there. Every time they may call for the vacancy. This is the one sector from the Tamil Nadu area. Apart from that, Government of Tamil Nadu, Department of Sericulture. So you know the silk fabric, the huge section is there. You may apply for a junior inspector of sericulture, assistant inspector of sericulture, inspector of sericulture, assistant director of the sericulture, deputy director of the sericulture. These are the huge vacancies are there. So what is the role of the Department of Sericulture? So I will tell that from as a fashion technology students, wherever you get the silk material throughout Tamil Nadu, you know that your district you have own government sector is available. So I see so this is the overview of Department of Sericulture in Government of Tamil Nadu. You see that their regional offices are there in Dharmaburi, Erode, Vellore, Trichy, and Madurai. So those are people from the area. You know that there are some department available, particularly in the Department of Sericulture. And then you see that Krishnagiri is the seed cocoon production office headed by the deputy director of COSU is available in the Krishnagiri district. 19 assistant directors of sericulture are involved in the extension activity. And then assistant director head 5 seed farms are available really in Karnataka area. So apart from that, you have to training the department staff, farmers from the Tamil Nadu agriculture. You may be a training people, and then see that to produce laying government drainage is there. Hosur, Krishnagiri, Dharmaburi, and then Pennagaram, Erode, Coimbatore, Vaniyambadi, Trichy, Dindigul, Kutralam also they have the government office. So if you have to apply the post in the Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, you may select and means you can see that Palani also they are having the government section. So there are a lot of opportunities are there, but our people not sit, go to the website and then we go to get a very good, not get a very good guidance. So this is the one. So there are huge opportunities are there, but provided that you got to every week, every month you got to check the website and then see the what are the vacancy announced by the government of Tamil Nadu. Now after that, you see that 25 grainage production seed laying are in the Hosur Telakottai. And apart from that, you can see that these are the Pudukkottai, Sivaganga district, Nagarkoil, and then these are the huge level of silk sector in Tamil Nadu. But we people don't know that our place, Salem, we have the silk, then Talawadi, and then Anagaram, and Pudukkottai, Sivaganga district, Nagarkoil district. So if you have a clear the exam and you have passed the exam means you may promoted any one district from the Tamil Nadu. So you see that inside Tamil Nadu, there are a lot of government opportunity, particularly for Department of Sericulture. And this is another one there. So apart from that, Kanjipuram Tan Silk, normally we call as Tamil Nadu Silk Producer Federation Tan Silk. So they have the Cooptex Society. So you get a opportunity from Kanjipuram, Arani, Salem, Kumbakonam, Erode, Coimbatore. There are government setup is the particular district. So they call for from DNPC, they recruit their candidate. So you can work any district the particular area. So apart from that, somebody we like to go for teaching line. So sir, after that, I mostly focus on teaching line. There is opportunities there. You may go for polytechnic lecturer. So it's called by TN Tamil Nadu Teachers Recruit TRB. So TRB they have to call for teaching line. So somebody about teaching line you go for complete your MTech. So provided you got to complete your PhD. So because there is less vacancy in the government sector, because in around you check in the Tamil Nadu around 10 to 15 polytechnics are there for the government job. So if you have like the teaching line means you can do your higher degree, and then if your vacancy is purely on merit basis, so you write your exam, and then after that exam you conduct the interview. If everything clear means you get a very good job in a teaching line. So you have to get a benefit in the teaching line in the government sector. Private sector also is there. So depends upon your attitude, you have to choose. So after that, main impact factor is SSC. If you SSC means Staff Selection Commission. Each states having their own Staff Selection Commission. There are huge opportunities in the Staff Selection Commission. So they are giving a lot of opportunity every month. They will give you around 10,000, 20,000 job opportunity in the particular website. Each states having own individual Staff Selection Commission. In the Staff Selection Commission, maybe you may be a lab instructor, demonstrator of our government polytechnic or schools. Some of the CBSE school, they have the lab assistant for the particularly in a textile lab. So in some of the school CBSE government sector, the particular lab maybe you may go as a lab instructor. In the teaching line also is there. So whatever that, but provided that in staff selection committee, the more difficult part, we have a general knowledge, aptitude knowledge, and the English language. So they conduct the exam in general knowledge, aptitude area, English language. So apart from my view, this is the most toughest exam in the government sector because many people they write many failures because very tough exam. But if you clear all the exam is definitely you will get a very good job opportunity throughout India because staff selection commission anywhere you can apply. So this is the one. Apart from that, last 2 months before they call for textile designers in a WSC. We call it as Weaver Service Center and the textile designers. This is happening in West Bengal area. They call for staff selection commission. As fashion technology students, you may eligible to apply the particular post. So this is the always that you got to either check in the TNPSC website or staff selection commission or each states having or public website. For example, Karnataka, there are Karnataka Public Service Commission. If you look at that, Kerala means Kerala KPSC. We call it as Kerala Public Commission, like TNPSC. So each state having own public service commission. In this website, you may register yourself and then definitely every month they will show their vacancy throughout the particular state. So whatever that free time, you always check into the website, then only you get the awareness about the government jobs. And apart from that, Office of the Development Commissioner, this is the another one is that cluster development. So some of the project may be sanctioned by the government. They give the crores to rupees to the handloom sector. So that's right, we call as cluster development. So they are requirement based on executive and the textile designer come marketing executive. So they give the 5 crores for the particular project. The particular project, they may recruit the designers. So designers may be create their designs and they implement to the handloom sector, and then they may be a marketing executive. They give a very good package. So these sectors also there. So Office of the Development Commission, particularly for handlooms, and apart from the textile committee, so quality assurance officer. So this is the post is there. So after complete degree, you are eligible to look as a quality assurance designers. So you go for various like in Tamil Nadu, if you go for quality assurance officer means school uniform, government sector school uniform, saris, and then that kind of area you make worked as a quality assurance officer. So regularly visit the particular industry and check the quality of the fabric. The textile committee, it will go for director for the post. So the starting of the particular textile committee, quality assurance officer post is there. You may apply for the, you are eligible to apply the particular post. So after that, Khadi and Village Industry Commission. So you may apply for the executives for the village industry, executive for Khadi, assistant for the Khadi. So these are the job opportunities for the textile and fashion students. So you may apply for that. So this website is Khadi Village and Industry Commission. So you get a very good opportunity. Salary package also good for. It's undertaken by the Ministry of Micros MSME, particularly for Government of India. There is also there is also you get a job opportunity. And apart from that, EPCH, the Export Promotion Council of Handicrafts. So you may join as a assistant marketing manager and the management trainee. So there are opportunities are there. Whatever that, keep in your mind, you will regularly check the website of the particular area. Otherwise, you got this is the government job private website. If anything related to job for your area, immediately you will get a message. So whatever that, at least spend half an hour time every day to go through all the website of textile sector and the garment sector. So definitely some vacancy will come, but you have to keep on update yourself. This is the one. The next one, NHDC. So National Handloom Development Corporation Limited. In this regard, you may be a senior manager commercial, manager for commercial, particularly for yarn section, manager for dyes and chemicals, junior assistant for yarn dyes chemicals. So these are the opportunities are then National Handloom Development Corporation Limited. So you may apply for that. You will definitely get it. So each exam they will conduct an exam, and then after the exam they will conduct the interview. So if yarn means you have to get the idea about the yarn sector. If your dyes area means you have to know the basic knowledge of dyes. So this huge opportunities there. So you can go to the website for that. So after that, Central Cottage Industry Corporation, they are having the merchandising job and then management training. So most probably they have to sell the cotton product. So this particular industry, they recruit for the merchandising for fashion and textile students. So it's a very good job. So we have to merchandise the cotton product for the government sector. So this is the one of the opportunity in the government sector. You can go to the website. You can clearly get the idea from what type of merchandising product, particularly for Central Cottage Industry Corporation Limited. Then after that, Cotton Corporation India of Limited, they have the management training, particularly for marketing of the textile product. So whatever the cotton product in government area, they like to marketing their product. So in this regard, they recruit as a management trainee, particularly for marketing. So you generally is eligible for all the department, but they have the special importance to the textile and fashion people because you know the very well about the fabric structure and the fabric knowledge. So they may recruit you some more importance to the particular provided that you have to clear the exam and provide interview, personal interview. So if you have very good marks in both area means definitely you may like to join the particular Cotton Corporation of India Limited. So after that, Handicrafts and Handloom Export Corporation. So they recruitment for the sales executive. You can see that last of lot of handicraft, particularly in each area, particular festival season, handloom product export maybe the some function they will conduct it, or they sales the product of handloom. they take it to one particular building, and then they advertise that this is the handloom, real handloom fabrics are there, or all the handloom weavers assembled in a particular place. They arrange everything, and then that time they recruit for the recruitment of sales executive. So their main product is as a weaving community, particularly for handloom sector, we have to welfare of the handloom people. So as a government fix a sales executive for the particularly for female area. In this area, they mainly focus on female. Due to the handicrafts, most probably many ladies are working in the handicrafts area. So as government policy, they may recruit the female candidate for the particular one. The remaining all the genders are equal, but here this particular area, particularly they recruit for female candidates. Then this is my final section. So if you have any doubt means you can ask me, because this is the time 1 hour time. I like to mostly cover the main area of the textile and fashion area. So now my session is over, open to all. So you have any question means you can ask question to me.
Yes, sir. So there's instruction for the participants, sir. So all the participants are requested to post your questions in the chat box. We'll read out for you. So there are a few questions. Sir, I'll read out the questions, sir, so that you can
Okay.
answer, sir, please.
Okay.
So first question, is governmental position decided based on education or experience, sir?
And sometimes you expect the experience, sometimes maybe freshers also recruit that. So whatever that, you can think that if you have to go, if I may be a marketing, my marketing state means some marketing they experience. If the designers means there is experience, but in some sector there is no experience. So it depends upon the particular department. But majority they may ask 1 year, 2 years experience only.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So the next question, what exams are Bachelor of Fashion Technology students eligible?
No. I previously mentioned in my slides. Some of the sector is 100% eligible for fashion, like merchandising, and then designers come marketing executive. So these are the sectors exclusive for fashion people, particularly for handloom sector. Nowadays, people expect fashion technology students, because as a fashion technology students, you have a capacity of produce a new design. So you have to discuss with the handloom weavers, and then you have to impart your design to the handloom fabric. Automatically, sales of the handloom fabrics increase. So nowadays, main majority handloom sector, they like to recruit the BTech fashion technology students.
Okay, sir. So for going for higher studies, in case of government sector, should the students go for MBA or MTech, sir?
My suggestion is you go for MBA, because MTech means it's only focused on teaching line. If you go for the teaching line means, my choice is go to for MTech. If you go the industry or marketing or whatever, that's MBA is the best one.
Okay, sir. Sir, another question. A Bachelor of Fashion Design students also get the same opportunity such as engineer in the government field?
Yeah. No, there is no issue for that, because nowadays all the textile students, they're studying a textile technology. They like to work as a merchandiser. They like to work as a industry engineer in the particular government industry. So you have a very good subject knowledge, particularly for fashion technology. They are 100% fit for the industry. But nowadays, textile students also come to the competitive to you. So whatever that, you have some unique characteristic for the fashion technology area. Definitely, there is a lot of scope when compared to textile peoples.
Okay, sir. So the next question, government sectors are turning into privatization. So how will it impact on salary and facilities, sir?
Yeah. Now, as policies, what the government decision is, those are the sector is very weak. So the government has some investment of money, but the particular sector not successful. There is no way of moving means, automatically what the think of government nowadays means, why unnecessarily they have to give the money to the particular sector, because there is no profit, no movement. There is the movement of there is no power movement. So automatically what the government decided that it may go to the privatization. So they give the opportunity to the private, because government have some limitation to invest money to the particular industry. So they open to our public sector will come to the picture. They will take over that, but provided that there is some 60-40, they have some rules and regulation. If the open means, some area they will give you rules and regulation. Some area we may affected that. Both is happen there. You get a benefit also. Same time you will also not benefit also is there in that particular sector. But we can't predict that.
Okay, sir. So the next question, is the same opportunities available in a public sector undertaking, sir?
Yeah. Same sector is available there. because a lot of nowadays more opportunities in the public sector, because many people they like to go for the public sector, means the huge opportunities are provided there. You have to check in the website in a regular manner. So without knowing that, no job will come your feed. So you have to go through that website and then contact your friends. First of all, as a textile fashion people, increase your contact details, because wherever you know more friends means you will get a more job opportunity. So this is the main key success of our textile people. Most probably textile people shift from one concern to another concern, means either get the news from their friends or maybe the particular website. So this is the happen in textile. I am very happy to say that in textile sector, after resigning your job, within 1 week you will get a new job. I mean, compared to other sector, you can't get it within a week. Sometime morning you may resign your job, evening you may get a new job. So this is the only happen in our textile sector.
So the next question, will the textile sector or the handloom sector fund the final year projects of the students, sir?
Yeah. Actually, Tamil Nadu government, Tamil Nadu Science, I think some one of the websites is there. They sponsor around 10 to 15,000 rupees for the student project, but provided the commercial use and then social importance. So I forgot the name of that particular sector. Tamil Nadu Science Board, I think exactly I remember that name. So every year, particularly for UG product, they will give you the sponsor of 10 to 50,000 for sponsoring the particular project. But you got to apply the particular project.
Okay, sir. So what is the age limit for taking up the government jobs as a graduate?
Normally, as some of the government, they put 35 years maximum as central government policy, 35 years. Some of the job they put in 32, 30. So maximum limit is 35.
So during what period of the year the governmental exams are usually conducted?
No, we can't fix the time duration, because there people as a government people, government sector head of the people, they report to the council, and then it's not depends on any time. So due to the vacancy point of view, they may call for that. So it may any month of in any month, maybe we can't surety that. So sometime maybe January month, sometime maybe February. It depends upon the particular concern.
So the next question is, what is the criteria for NTC and DRDO?
DRDO, whatever this, most probably you may doing your PG degree, particularly for specialization. If you're DRDO means, most probably they choose the research mind people. So your research mind may be a wide up that, your project may be a more important that. So you have a very good knowledge. Be example, technical textile. Nowadays, technical textile is a booming one. Government of India spend more amount to the technical textile. If you have a very good project in a technical textile area, after completed BTech degree, then you may join as a MTech degree, specialize in the technical textile area. Then you have a very good knowledge, means there are a huge opportunity in the DRDRO. So there are, particularly for technical textile, around 1,000 crores our government going to spend that particular area, because there are huge opportunities in the technical textile area. But whatever that, research skill is the more important parameter to join is the DRDRO and the consultant.
Is there any funding for PhD in handloom in West Bengal, sir? If so, which website to contact?
No. Actually, that funding project means is very difficult, because uh, uh, suppose if the particular guide may apply in the DST, Department of Science and Technology, the particular person they may get the funder, means he or she can offer the to take the students in the PhD area. But provide that you go to the website of institution like NIT, IIT, government engineering colleges, and the private colleges. So those who are applying the funder project, the funder may be sanctioned, means they will take care of the PG students and then PhD students. Provided that they will, like NIT, they will call for the PDF. Like now IIT Delhi, they call the PDF for funder project. They got the approval from technical textile. They get around 2 crores rupees. So they call for the PDF. They call for PhD degree also. So whatever that, you go check the educational website for the call for of funder projects. So it depends upon the persons, those who are working in the education sector.
Yes, sir. So the next question is, what are the educational requirements to enter the handloom sector in the management field?
So diploma and then BTech is enough. The
Okay,
handloom
sir.
sector, diploma, some of the area they may need the diploma, some of the area they may BTech. But in BTech also, you eligible for apply the diploma level of course also.
Sir, to join the textiles or the handloom sector as a junior research fellow, what qualification should the student develop, sir?
No. That particularly for your idea of vision. So you will get a particularly for if the handloom sector makes what is the drawback in the particular handloom. When I attend the director post in my Union Public Service Commission, during my interview they asked me that what are the development you may go to the handloom sector, particularly for in IHT. So then I will share my experience. Due to my experience, due to my words, they satisfied that they provided me as a director in the particular post. So whatever that, before that I have a lot of patchwork about my research work, particularly for handloom sector. What are the drawbacks? So everything I go through that, I get the knowledge, and also I have a solution for that particular problem. Then do the interview, I express my view. That particular interview maybe 2% maybe I attract myself. They provide me the opportunities. So whatever that depends upon your mind setup and then your attitude.
Okay, sir. That's all the end of the question and answer session, sir. I think we have answered almost all the questions. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Karthikeyan from second year to deliver the vote of thanks.
Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, madam.
1 minute. Surya, can you please post the feedback link in the chat box?
Yeah, ma'am. The feedback form is posted.
Yeah. So I request all the participants to please respond to the feedback form so that you can directly get your certificates. Thank you. Kathy, you can please continue. Kathy?
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, Kathy. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the word of thanks for this event. It was a wonderful session on career opportunities in the government sector for the versatility in passion field. We thank our guest, Dr. C. Prakash, on giving this information-packed presentation, which was very useful for our further decisions in career. We thank our college management for organizing this webinar, and we also thank our HOD Dr. V. Banareka and the faculties from the Department of Fashion Technology. We believe that this webinar was very useful for you all in shaping your career, and I once again thank you all for attending this webinar, and I once again request you all to fill the feedback form which is in the chat box. Thank you.
Dr. Prakash, it was a wonderful presentation. Thank you so much for covering all the aspects, the positives, the negatives, the opportunities. I think it was totally very, very comprehensive, and I think all of them would have surely got benefited. Thank you so much for accepting our request to give this presentation.
Thank you, Rich ma'am. Particularly, I congratulate yourself and then KCG management to give me an opportunity for this webinar. And then I request all the KGG students, you have a very good team of staff member, particularly Banireka ma'am. And then Paneerselvam also is there. He is the former director of IHT. So he is very good knowledge in the particular designing area. And then Mr. Sakriya from, he is well known, my friend. His research work is it's a very good research work. So I request all the KCG students to get a very good project from this, utilize this kind of knowledgeable people from your project work. Definitely your project work may be success means you may get a very good job in either private sector and also government sector also. Thank you very much, ma'am, for the wonderful opportunity to me.
Thank you, Director, for your valuable inputs. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Shall I leave, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.